Now imagine, Imam al-Ghazali rahmatullah alayh, he gives the example that, look at doctors, physicians. I mean, just to become a specialized person in one aspect of human body, say cardiology or nephrology or just name it, it takes years. It takes so much time and effort for a person to just specialize in one aspect of the human body. And look how much time, money, and efforts people are spending just to take care of their physical body. And this is the body which very often we just bury in the ground. What about the spirit, which is there, فَإِذَا نَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِي, which is the common divine denominator in us, and which is going to go there for eternity. How much effort a person needs to put for that, and how much a person needs to put for our material well-being, and look at the imbalance, what is taking place, that all of our efforts are basically towards what? Maintaining, keeping, and preserving this body, which is not as eternal as our spirit. And it reminds me of Sayyidina Ali radiallahu ta'ala's statement. He says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created 3 different kinds of realms. Alam al-Malakut. The realm, you can call it the realms of al-Malakut, as the Quran says, وَكَذَلِكَ نُرِي إِبْرَاهِيمَ مَلَكُوتَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Alim al-Malakut is where angelic existence takes place, where the programmed angels who obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are the ones who are living. Alam al-Jabarut, where you can ask the jinns, maybe the people of fire, those people who have got the abilities to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or to disobey, they are there. And then Alam al-Dunya. This is Alam al-Mulk. Alam al-Mulk. Why? It is called Mulk because everybody is fighting for possession. Me, 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 me. This is what is Alam al-Mulk. What happens? Everybody keeps on saying, I am superior than other. Ana khayrun minhu. So this world is basically fighting for I am better than the other, and fighting for possession. It's me, it's me, it's mine. But there's nothing which is mine in this world except 5 minutes. Huh? I didn't know it. Okay, I will have to summarize now. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls this Sama'i Dunya. The word is called Dunya. This word is called Dunya. And something which is Adna, Dani, is the essence of Dunya. What is Dunya? Dunya is something, when you've got things and you say, this is the best one and this is the Dani. This is Adna. The lowest of the lowest is called Dunya. And Sayyidina Ali radiallahu ta'ala says, what are the things which a person is looking for? 5 things. You can't get more than that. Imma sharab, wa imma ta'am, wa imma libas, wa imma raiha, wa imma nikah. 5 things we worry about this world. And they are the sources of our pleasure. This is what is dunya all around. Water or something to drink. Because if you don't drink, you feel thirsty and you are nobody. If you don't eat, So what he says, look at what is the best of the drink, water. Because if you don't drink it, you can't survive. And water is perhaps the lowest of the valuable things. That's what we say, somebody is spending money like water. What he says, ta'am. Just look at where the ta'am comes. We put our seeds in the dust, and the most, astaghfirullah, chemicals utilized things, I'm not going to mention those things, are put over there in the world or in the dust. It creates more. What? And then he says the best of the ta'am is asal. But if you look at the origin of asal, it is something of the bees. I don't want to give. And all of us, we know that we love it. And then he says, libas. What is the best of the dress? Silk. And where does it come from? It's something of silkworm. Something lowest even of a silkworm. I'm not going to. Then what he says, what is the best of the riot? Everybody is dying for it. MashaAllah. That is the mucus of a ghazal. Musk. And what is the best of the nikah, the best of the muta? Iltiqa al-khadanayn, the connection of two urinary tracts. This is what is asl dunya. This is what is the asl of materialism. And wallahi, we are dying for these material pleasures. We do not know this is dunya. This is adna, dani. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us this platform so that we can take the ride, we take off, and go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, alam al-jabarut and alam al-malakut. This is what is our struggle, to have a balanced society, to have a modern society. We must work towards working the balance between our materialism as well as our spiritualism. And I'm not going to talk about latter and spirit. I'm just going to take the final moment, talk about traditionalism and modernity. Whether our youth or our adults, there is a struggle between traditionalism and between modernity. Everybody is just dying for something new. New technology, new phones, new systems, new values. And this is the biggest struggle which is causing imbalance in our society as persons as well as in community. Wallahi, my brothers and sisters, if you take a tree from the roots, it will survive for a few months and after that it will drop. Our community, our past, our legacy, our tradition, these are the roots. They are invisible, but they are the one which give the strength to our society and to our persons. Now our youth and our adults and our Muslim communities, and especially here in America, we do not want to do anything with our traditionalism. Everybody wants to have access to the Quran, read the Quran like Protestants, the way he or she wants to understand, and interpret it as if, astaghfirullah, he or she is the authority over Quran and over Hadith, and do not let the Quran and Hadith speak to them directly. This is what is happening with our youth. Everything, mashallah, non-Islamic, enticing, maybe American, maybe Western, maybe whatever you call it, something in the name of modernity is so appealing to us. But many of us do not know that our trees are without roots. They are drying, they are falling down, and we do not perceive it. So this is important for us, for our communities, that don't forget your legacy, don't forget your traditionalism. The problem which is taking place nowadays in Ummah, that there's no leadership. Nobody is respecting anybody's opinion. Everybody is mufti. Whosoever is a good speaker becomes mashallah. No problem, mashallah, whether somebody has followed some special tradition or not, knows the Quran and Sunnah or not. Just because somebody is a preacher, somebody is a good speaker, somebody becomes what? Everybody's talking about it. But wallahi, I can tell you, our modern problems are mostly because we do not have an authentic authority. If you have got the text of the Quran, the text of the Sunnah, or a fatwa, and you do not use a manhaj or methodology or a framework, then basically nothing. You can go anywhere you want to. Our problem of terrorism, our problem of fanaticism, all of these are because we have got individual authorities, and they are not going back to what this Imam said, or that Imam said, or this Harakah said, or there's no framework. So therefore, to create a balanced society, when we are struggling to strike the balance between materialism and spiritualism, we must strike a balance between traditionalism and modernity. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us with the opportunity to do whatever we can so that we can convey this message to the coming generations and be a springboard from where people can take the flight to invite others and observe others. لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ وَيَكُونَ الرَّسُولُ عَلَيْكُمْ شَهِيدًا. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept the efforts of all the brothers and sisters who are, mashallah, giving us these opportunities and put it in their mizan al-hasanat. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم.
جزاك الله خير دكتور ذو الفقار علي الشاه.